voters reject a bid to remove lawmakers from a China-friendly party. Taiwanese voters decisively rejected an attempt to remove 24 opposition lawmakers from the China-friendly Nationalist Party, KMT, in a weekend recall election. Preliminary results showed the recall efforts failing by significant margins, dealing a blow to the ruling Democratic Progressive Party, DPP, which had hoped to shift the balance of power in the legislature. This outcome, with further recall votes scheduled for August, suggests President Lai Ching-te will face continued legislative resistance. Political science professor Lev Nachman highlights the difficulty of unseating incumbents in strongly KMT-aligned districts, emphasizing the uphill battle faced by the DPP. This setback makes it significantly harder for President Lai to advance his agenda, particularly with local elections approaching next year. One KMT lawmaker, Fu Kun-kai, called on President Lai to engage in dialogue with the opposition to foster stability. The recall campaign was driven by concerns over the KMT's blocking of key legislation, particularly the defense budget, and actions perceived as diminishing executive power and favoring China. Conversely, the KMT accused the DPP of political retaliation and undermining Taiwan's democratic system. The DPP currently holds 51 seats, while the KMT holds 52, meaning a significant number of KMT lawmakers would need to be removed and replaced by DPP candidates to shift the legislative majority. The election heightened tensions between those supporting the status quo and those favoring closer ties with Beijing. China's Taiwan Affairs Office criticized the recall as an attempt at one-party rule, while Taiwan's government accused China of interfering in the vote. The results solidify the existing political stalemate and suggest a period of continued political gridlock.
In our next story, a dog trainer had no symptoms. A scan of his lungs found a terminal disease. 74-year-old Christopher Kennedy, a retired Air Force technician, received a life-altering diagnosis of idiopathic pulmonary fibrosis, IPF, a progressive lung disease with a high mortality rate. Initially resistant to treatment, his condition worsened, leaving him severely short of breath and with a prognosis of less than a year to live. His pulmonologist suggested a double lung transplant, a risky procedure, but ultimately his only hope. Despite his initial reluctance, influenced by the loss of his brother following a similar procedure, Kennedy agreed to undergo testing. He was accepted onto the national transplant list and endured months of declining health, including a bout of COVID-19 and significant weight loss, while anxiously awaiting a suitable lung donor. His hospital admission was critical, with doctors bluntly stating that he would leave with new lungs or not at all. After 2 false starts, a successful transplant was performed in November. Post-surgery complications, including an infection and a stroke, tested Kennedy's resilience, but his unwavering spirit, aided by excellent medical care, enabled his remarkable recovery. His lung capacity is now at 98%. Today, Kennedy, at 75, is thriving. He's back to enjoying life with his family, exercising, and continuing his work training Bernese mountain dogs to be hospital therapy dogs, a testament to his renewed appreciation for life and a second chance he calls his encore.
In our next story, Max Verstappen needed 15 qualifying laps to defend Belgian Grand Prix Sprint victory against Oscar Piastri. Max Verstappen claimed his first sprint victory of the season at the Belgian Grand Prix, overcoming a strong challenge from McLaren's Oscar Piastri. Starting second on the grid, Verstappen expertly utilized his low-drag setup to seize the lead on the opening lap, powering past Piastri on the Kemmel Straight. Despite Piastri remaining within DRS range throughout the 15-lap sprint, Verstappen's superior pace proved insurmountable. Even with Piastri deploying his car's full power, he was unable to find an opportunity to overtake the Red Bull driver. Verstappen's victory highlights the effectiveness of his team's strategic setup for the high-speed Spa-Francorchamps circuit. The race demonstrated both Verstappen's exceptional driving skills and Red Bull's continued dominance in Formula One.
In our next story, winners and losers from Spa F1 sprint race. Max Verstappen dominated the Spa 2025 Formula One sprint race, securing victory despite a mid-race lockup. His impressive performance overshadowed a largely processional race, leaving many spectators unimpressed due to limited overtaking opportunities and a lack of tire degradation. The race order remained largely unchanged from the first lap, creating a somewhat uneventful spectacle. However, the midfield battle for the Constructors' Championship heated up. Carlos Sainz and Isaac Hadjar achieved significant milestones, with Sainz more than doubling his points total since Monaco and Hadjar scoring points for the first time since Spain, capitalizing on Pierre Gasly's retirement due to a water leak. This result significantly tightened the competition between Haas, Aston Martin, and Racing Point. Despite a strong qualifying performance, Oscar Piastri's failure to convert his pole position into a win proved costly. He was unable to overcome Max Verstappen's superior top speed, highlighting the Red Bull's dominance. Charles Leclerc's race was also disappointing, finishing fourth despite a strong initial move, highlighting McLaren's competitiveness. Other notable performances included Lewis Hamilton's late race pass for 15th, Ollie Behrman securing his first points since Bahrain, and Esteban Ocon's strong start contributing to Haas's improved position in the Constructors' Championship. Alpine, on the other hand, missed a key opportunity due to Gasly's mechanical issue, adding to their string of setbacks this season.
In our next story, Delta struggles with the airport lounge and the angst of the upper middle class in the age of elite overproduction. Explained, Delta Airlines reported strong second-quarter earnings in 2025, exceeding initial projections and leading to a significant stock increase. While its guidance is lower than January predictions, the airline maintains its position as America's leading premium airline, successfully navigating a challenging global economy. This success includes significant profit sharing with employees, a key element of its strategy. Delta is celebrating its centenary by launching Delta One Lounges, a premium upgrade to its existing Sky Clubs, offering enhanced amenities such as fine dining and spa treatments. However, the airline is also addressing ongoing issues with its Sky Clubs, which have faced overcrowding and customer backlash in recent years due to the surge in revenge travel following the pandemic. Efforts to manage capacity, including restricting access for certain passengers, met with criticism from loyal customers. The overcrowding in Delta's Sky Clubs reflects a larger societal trend, described as elite overproduction, where the number of individuals aspiring to elite status outpaces the available premium experiences. This theory suggests that the frustration felt by many upper-middle-class travelers, unable to enjoy the exclusivity of airport lounges, mirrors a broader sense of malaise and disappointment in achieving the expected rewards of success. Delta is investing in expanding and modernizing its lounges, implementing new access controls, and exploring solutions to manage unpredictable surges in demand. While the airline is optimistic about resolving most crowding issues by 2026, the challenges highlight a fundamental shift in the perception of luxury and exclusivity in an increasingly competitive and democratized